FarmIQ Systems is a company set up to run a 7-year program to shift the red meat industry's production-led approach to a consumer-led one. Currently, they're conducting lamb forage trials at Pohoitai Farms in Hawke's Bay.
The FarmIQ team is made up of Silverfern Farms, Landcorp Farming, True Test and Pine Guinness Wrightson's, PGGW these days, and obviously MAF, because the whole program is under the Primary Growth Partnership and MAF is a significant partner in that. The big picture really is focusing on making sure that we can consistently deliver what consumers want in the marketplace. New Zealand industry is focused on commodities for quite some time, and we're really trying to change it from a commodity focus to a consumer focus and link what the consumer requirements are right back into the farm, so that's very much a plate back to pasture. The core bits of it, I suppose, are underway, but it's an R&D program and it's early days.
FarmIQ is funding the entire project, but it's very much a collaborative project. So we've got breeding companies involved, which is Landcorp and Rissington Breedline. AgResearch is also involved, and they do all the meat quality work, and they also send a team up to help us when we're killing. And obviously we've got Pohoitai Farms here, and the guys here run the thing commercially.
Involvement in the project adds another dimension to farming the 2,340 effective hectare property for Pohoitai manager John Heald.
We have to do budgets to make sure things stack up as far as the beneficiaries are concerned, with all our different policies we're involved with Rissington Breedline and now the FarmIQ program. So it's about getting everybody on board, all the staff on board, and being adaptable to tweaking things to how they want things done. We are here to run Pohoitai Farms on a commercial basis, and that's really the guts of it, because if it doesn't stack up, it's not going to stack up for anybody else.
I guess the plan is to try and understand how we can influence certain characteristics in the lambs prior to them being slaughtered, so that's before the farm gate. And so I guess the things that we're looking at is how the forages affect growth, carcass quality characteristics, meat quality characteristics, and also taste. So essentially from an operations perspective, we select a whole lot of lambs that have come from 2 different breeds, and we've put them out across this forage platform, which is an extension of a progeny test platform. And we essentially take subsets of animals through the season, and we kill them and put them through the slaughtering process and through the bone out process and collect certain measurements on them. And we collate the results, and that's when I come up with the interpretation and give commercial directions on where we should head next. Everything is electronic, EID, so all weights, right through the plant. As they come through the plant, they're scanned in via their electronic ID, and then they're given a barcode, which essentially we match all of their measurements right through the slaughtering process and right through the bone out. The taste part of it is carried out by a scientific taste panel in the UK. And so we take a subset of what we kill and send them across, because it's incredibly expensive. And essentially they look at the taste from a number of different perspectives. They look at how it appeals to the consumer, how it tastes, and ultimately they give it a tick whether it's acceptable by the market or not, or by the British consumer. The ultimate is to be able to use and understand the taste demographics from different markets and produce an animal that is acceptable 95 to 100% of the time. So the British consumer has a very different taste palette to what we have back here in New Zealand, and I would imagine that across Asia they're very different as well. So if we can match the differences from what we're seeing from grazing animals on different forages to a taste palette across the other side of the world, then I think it's going to be a win for everybody.
This program was made with funding from New Zealand On Air.